you ready to make technology work for you? Tune in to Act on Tech, the podcast where we break down the latest tech trends and show you how to boost your productivity at home and in your business. So, subscribe to Act on Tech today and visit alexcustomtech.com to see how we can take your business to the next level. That's Act on Tech, your guide to smarter tech for a smarter business. Alex Custom Tech, IT means integrity and trust.
Hi, welcome to Act on Tech, where we talk all things technology. I am Alex of Alex Custom Tech, and today's episode is one everyone can relate to: why your Wi-Fi sucks and how to fix it. So, let's get into it. Slow speeds, dead zone, drop Zoom calls, all of that stuff. We're going to try to rectify and solve those problems today, right? It's so funny because I had a problem with my Wi-Fi a couple of days ago, and this is why it's like a very relative topic. So we all have been there. The good news is that most Wi-Fi problems aren't complicated. They come down to setup, placement, or equipment. And today, I'll show you how to solve these problems. So, we rely on Wi-Fi for everything: streaming, work, smart devices, even security cameras. But most people don't think about their Wi-Fi unit. Most people don't think about the Wi-Fi unit until they start acting up, okay? And when that does, it makes your entire home or business feels useless, completely like, you're not doing anything, you're just hitting a wall, right? So we're going to try to see if we can get through that process. So in today's episode, we're going to break down the most common reasons why Wi-Fi struggle and the practices to fix and actually get you up and working again. All right, so let's talk about some of the main problems. Router placement. All right, routers, you put a router in the closet or you have it in the basement, it's gonna equal to weak signals. You want to, Wi-Fi struggles with walls and metals and distance. Okay, so the fix for these is place the router centrally in a central area, off the floor and away from interferences. All right. Another problem that causes weak Wi-Fi signals: old or weak equipment. ISP provided routers. We talked about this in other podcasts before. ISP provided routers are often the cheapest, right? We don't want to keep those, right? Those are paperweights. Old routers may not support modern Wi-Fi signals like Wi-Fi 6, that kind of stuff, right? So the fix is upgrade to a prosumer router. We talked about that. A mesh Wi-Fi system like the Google Mesh that I talk about, Unified that I'm working with right now, TP-Link, Omada, Aero, or Google Nest, which is Google Mesh. All right? Get one of those. Now, interference, right? Things that interfere with your Wi-Fi signal, believe it or not. Microwaves interfere with it, cordless phones interfere with it, and even your neighbor's Wi-Fi. So how this works is that you're on channel 6, they're on channel 6, and you have a problem. You're going to have that cross interference. That slows down your Wi-Fi signal too. Use fixes like put your Wi-Fi on the 5 gigahertz band or 6 gigahertz band if you can do that. Like now the unified access points have the 6 gigahertz band, right? And that would increase your speed. And use 2.4 for your old devices or your smart devices like your vacuum or your fridge, your stove. I can't imagine saying that because fridge and stove have access internet capabilities now, smart devices. So put those on your 2.5, all your IoT devices. Right now, another problem that could cause Wi-Fi to act funny is too many devices. Okay, smart homes can have up to 30 plus devices connected. I've come across people with 100 devices connected, and this is something I used to only see in like businesses, but now homes, everything is on their Wi-Fi, and it's really sucking it. So like when they have one access point and everything is hitting it, it's gonna act up, right? So you want to actually segment your network out. We talked about this, and I think this is actually good business practices. Separate your smart devices from your cell phone, and maybe have a different network for your plugged-in devices. So it's not good when the Wi-Fi is having so much things hitting it. It's gonna choke, right? So you want to have a mesh setup where you can spread the load, right? And the fix is to have an access point or a mesh to spread the load, segment devices into different networks. Talk about that. If you don't have different, you can do VLANs. You can do VLANs now pretty easy. You can do that and set up. Now, bottleneck is something that happens a lot. Bottleneck is when your ISP giving you one speed and your Wi-Fi is requiring another speed. So sometimes it's not your Wi-Fi. Sometimes it's your internet plan. If your download speed max at 50 megabits per second, no router will make that faster. That's just the way it is. To fix that, you gotta run a speed test. If it's too slow, consider upgrading your plan or using an internet failover. We talked about that before. We have two different internet provider. One failover to the other one. You need something. You get a prosumer router to manage that. To manage two internet coming in, right? That's one thing you can do. Now, reboot is like a bonus. Something help with the whole bottleneck or whatever problems you're having. Reboot your router every couple of months to get a refresher. And we talked about this before. Reboot your router every couple of weeks, right? Update the firmware regularly. Make sure that it's performing at its peak performance, and make sure it gets the regular security updates it needs to get, right? Hardware device like PC or TV with Ethernet ports on them, you want to plug those in. So anything you have that can be plugged into your router directly with an Ethernet port, you kind of want to utilize that. Like that's kind of like a rule of thumb for me. Like if I can plug it in, I'm gonna plug it in. The only time I use the access point is if I really have to use access point, like for my cell phone and my mobile devices and my laptop, because I'm moving that around. But everything else that I can plug in, I'm gonna plug in, right? So that's one thing you can do. All right. Bad Wi-Fi usually comes down to placement, equipment, or overload. We talked about that. Mesh systems solve coverage issues in most homes and small business. We talked about that. A lot of my clients that I'm having right now, like for the last year and some part of this year, I am installing a lot of these mesh systems because of what is being asked of the internet provider now in regular homes. People are buying things. They're buying new fridges. They're buying new stoves. They're buying things that they see at Walmart, at Costco, and a lot of these things now are smart devices, and people are selling them as smart devices, and everything requires an app on your phone and connected to your network, and that's why your Wi-Fi is slowing down, because you have first of all you have the Wi-Fi connected to your ISP distributed devices, right? So that's the router at the all-in-one. That's what you're using as your Wi-Fi. And you have all these things hitting your Wi-Fi, and it's in the basement where the ISP brought the demarcation. That's where they left the device. And you living on a 3-floor house, you're not gonna get a good signal. It's not gonna happen. You didn't run any cables from downstairs all the way upstairs. You don't have another access point upstairs. It's not gonna work. You know what's funny? My access point in my house is in my basement. But guess what? It's a Google Mesh. So one of them is in the basement and one of them is right above. It's two. There's one in the basement and then there's two on the opposite side of my house on the next floor. And then there's another one, a third one on the second floor, and there's another one on the fourth floor. So like, even though the main one that's connected to the network, to the switch is in the basement, the other ones are all over the house. So you're not hitting one thing. And what I love about the mesh network is like when I go from room to room, my cell phone would just hop to the nearest access point it's close to, and I would never miss a speed. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing when you use these devices. Again, back in the day, you'd have to have one access point. You have to handle the whole thing. But again, we were using speed like 2.4 for stuff. It was just a privilege to be able to get the internet without being plugged into something. But now you have the wireless access point. You have all these other devices talking to yourself. Again, I'm at home. My daughter each person have like a 2 or 3 devices, right? So it's gonna get hit a lot. You're gonna have a mesh system in place, and that's how you do it. And you don't keep your Wi-Fi on the floor or in the basement if you've a 3-family house. Get a central place in the house and keep it. Again, like I said, it doesn't do well with metal. It doesn't do well with walls and the microwave. If you still have one of those wireless phones to headless phone, you're gonna have a problem. So these are all things you can do to make your Wi-Fi a little bit better. And it's a common problem everybody have. Like, it's not just like only tech people. Like, it's just, everybody have this problem. So get a mesh system to solve a lot of the coverage issue, and don't rely on your ISP gear. Like I said, get your own gear. It's not that expensive. Go to Best Buy, talk to the guys there. They'll help you. Get your own gear. Don't use that weird thing that you get from ISP, right? Definitely. And again, if you learn anything from these podcasts, by all means, shoot me an email. If you need help with this kind of stuff, you need recommendation about what kind of access point to get, just go over to my website or call. If you need help with this, visit me on my website or info@Alex Custom Tech. Shoot me an email and we can talk about it, right? It's not going to be a long one today. You see, I'm taking some time off from work, about 2 weeks, and so I'm doing some house cleaning in the office space here. And I was just sitting down watching, because in my office I have my television and I watch a lot of romance manga when I'm really relaxing, trying to take my mind off of things. And I was watching it. My daughter came up to my garage and she was talking to me, and then all of a sudden I saw that the television just stopped, freeze, and I'm like, what's going on with that? So after I finished talking to her, I try to turn the TV on. Nothing's going on. So what I did, I went on my phone, because my office setup is a different network than my house, right? So I go in my house, my phone, and my phone is trying to get to my house network, which my house is a couple feet from the garage. So there's no way it should be fighting to try to get to my house network when I'm in the garage, and there's a network in my garage that you're supposed to be on. So I'm like, I looked at my phone and I tried to see all the networks available, and lo and behold, I couldn't find the one that's for my garage, which is Alex Custom Tech AP. So I'm like, well, that's weird, because my radio station, I go to my radio station, it's still up, right? And radio station is also in my garage, right? So I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Lo and behold, I have a Unify. I think it's Unify 6, Light 6 in the roof of my garage, and it manages all of my networks as far as like access points, Wi-Fi stuff, and the light's on in it, and there's only one cable going to this because it's a PoE access point, which means that is one cable going there from the switch to the access point, but it carries power and data. So the light's on, the light's blue, which tells me that it's supposed to be working, but I'm not seeing the ID. The ID is the name of the access point, the broadcast name. So I open up the server rack, I look at the switch, the indicator lights, status lights. I see the light that indicates it's getting power, but the data light, nothing. I'm like, okay, that's a problem. So I unplug it, plug it back in. It goes through the cycle. It boots up, but nothing again. Did that one 3 or 4 times. Then I said, this is interesting. So what I did, I reboot the switch. Now this is also a UniFi switch, right? So both router and switch is manageable by a web interface if you have the UniFi controller. This controller I have, but it was off, right? And there's a reason why it's off, because I have 2 access points, one an older one and a newer one, and all the settings and stuff is in this one on a different version, because I don't want to upgrade the version, because if I upgrade the version I cannot control the older access point. And there's ways around that. I'm not going into that right now, but the point I'm trying to make is this: when I rebooted the switch, it came up, the access point came up, everything started working again, no problem. 4 to 5 hours I was actually doing a DJ set in the studio, and boom, because again, the DJ set, I'm on my MacBook Pro where I'm pulling music off of my server that's in my house, right? So I need the internet to do this. I need the network to do this. In the middle of the set, I lost connection to the network attached drive. Go again back into the server rack. This is what's happening. It's not working. I'm seeing the power going to the access point, but I'm not seeing the status light. So then I spent the next couple of hours trying to troubleshoot it. I got the UniFi controller back up. I updated the network, the access point to the latest version. Of course, it wasn't updated, right? And I updated the switch to the latest version, right? And it still did it. So it's not the update that caused it. What I realized is that the port that it was plugged into, something is wrong with that port. So it'll work for a little bit, then it will stop working. And then so I plugged it into a different port. Because what's cool about the UniFi switch, and a lot of these modern switches, it'll negotiate when it comes to PoE devices. It'll negotiate the power that it needs. And I plug into another thing, and ever since I did that on Saturday, haven't had any problems. And this is my network in my house is a well planned out design network, and this is giving me, and this I have problems here. So say this to say this, that you never know, right? So it's good to do all the things preemptively to prevent a access point problem. And I can tell you, it's a problem, because if I was doing a live set, I wasn't doing a live set, but if I was doing a live set, it would have been a problem, because again, I'm pulling stuff over the network and I'm relying on the access point to do this. So you need to failover safe, you need a reliable network, and you need to do these practices so that you can be up and running and be available when you need to be available. So again, when the access point goes down, you feel like you lose it. You feel like it's very useless. Nothing works. It's frustrating, but you can prevent it. And then there's also these fixes. Like, so my problem I just explained to you probably won't happen to you, but I'm just saying is, like, even with people like myself that are experienced, we hit walls, we hit problems sometimes with access points. So again, that's just the way it is. I'm gonna have to look into getting a new switch, because I don't feel comfortable with being a port down, but I'm gonna look into that later. But I'm just saying, it's like that, I'm like, you know what, let me talk about access points and weak signal and why Wi-Fi sucks, since I have this problem. So like I always say, until next time, stay connected, stay productive, and keep acting on tech.
Alex Hutchinson is the founder of Alex Custom Tech and the voice behind the Act on Tech podcast. With years of hands-on experience in technology, Alex has built a reputation for making tech simple, reliable, and practical for both small businesses and families. At Alex Custom Tech, the focus is on solutions that actually work, from secure business networking and Wi-Fi systems to VoIP phone setups, smart cameras, and complete backup strategies. Alex believes technology should empower people, not frustrate them, and his company was built on the principle that IT means integrity and trust. Clients count on Alex Custom Tech for everything, from computer repair and upgrades to designing entire business networks to protecting data against modern security threats. Whether it's a one-time project or ongoing support, Alex and his team pride themselves on being approachable, dependable, and committed to helping people stay productive. To learn more about Alex Custom Tech, visit alexcustomtech.com, email info@alexcustomtech.com, or call 8556-686-3155. Looking for tech that just works and someone who keeps it real? Tune in to Act on Tech, the podcast that breaks down everyday technology in plain English. No jargon, no hype, just tools, tips, and insights to help you stay productive, stay efficient, and keep acting on tech. Need gear you can count on? Visit the Alex Recommends page at alexcustomtech.com. It's full of trusted products, from smart cameras to mini PCs, handpicked and tested by Alex himself. And when it's time to get serious about your setup, Alex Custom Tech is here to help. From small business networks to smart home installs, we've got your back. So remember, listen to Act on Tech, shop smart with Alex Recommends, and get support from Alex Custom Tech. Stay productive, stay efficient, and keep acting on tech.
Hey there, Jersey and Eastern PA businesses. Ready to take your IT game to the next level? Get excited because Alex Custom Tech is coming your way. We're your go-to for IT support, bringing integrity and trust to every service. From network upgrades to virtualization and even relocating your IT setup, we've got you covered. Stay tuned as we put the finishing touches on our new site. Alex Custom Tech, helping your business thrive with top-notch IT support right in your backyard.
Welcome to Alex Custom Tech, your trusted partner for computer service and repair since 2010. We provide professional consulting services to clients throughout New Jersey and Pennsylvania, offering everything from computer repair to network design and installation. Our focus is on building efficient, results-driven professional relationships with our clients. We work with you to create customized solutions that fit your specific needs, whether you're an individual or an organization. Our comprehensive IT consulting services are designed to make your technology work more effectively for you. We provide solutions that meet your business's performance and utilization demands. Because we understand that when your technology doesn't work, neither do you. We specialize in network design and implementation, taking the pain out of network creation, maintenance, and repair. Our team understands that even minimal downtime can impact your productivity and revenue. That's why we offer 24/7 proactive monitoring and maintenance to strategically optimize and protect your infrastructure. For residential and business clients, we provide affordable and reliable computer repair services, available both on-site and at our location. Our commitment to quality is reflected in our satisfied customers' experiences. We service New Jersey and Pennsylvania. Alex Custom Tech is ready to serve your IT needs. Contact us today at 855-668-6315 or email info@alexcustomtech.com to discover how Alex Custom Tech can help optimize your technology solutions.